Hey, Crystal here from the Diaries. Great to have you here. Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. And today we are going to be talking about a brand called MCo Beauty, which is an Australian makeup brand, and it is one of the fastest growing brands in Australia, if not the fastest growing brand in Australia. You will notice that whenever you go to the places that stock MCo Beauty, half of the shelves are empty because people just can't get enough of this stuff. So I have amassed quite the collection of MCo Beauty products over the last 6 months, I guess. And I'm gonna run through all the ones I have. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on them, and I'll show you some swatches of different things as well. I've got most of the blush, highlight and glow beauty ones. I've got a bunch of the cheek and lip tints. I have a bunch of stuff. So if that sounds good to you, and then just stay where you are and we are gonna dive straight in. Oh, by the way, sorry. I always lie to you. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna dive straight in, and then I get distracted. I'm like, oh, but what about this? I just wanna tell you, this is the cutest t-shirt of all time. Sorry, I'm late, I saw a dog. It's the story of my life. And this is from Etsy, from Tilly and Wilbur, and the quality is so bloody good on this t-shirt that I will definitely get some more t-shirts from them, because yeah, I was really blown away with how good it is. Anyway, that's just a side note, and no, I'm not sponsored. Let's get into the crux of the video. All right, so where to start? First of all, let me just read you from the MCo Beauty website what they say about the brand. So MCo Beauty is Australia's leading luxe for less, cruelty-free and vegan beauty brand. Our whole hashtag BS-free beauty brand ethos is inspired by you. We create innovative beauty solutions and trend-focused products with our entire range priced under $40, which is very cool. They also tend to use clean ingredients where they can, and the products are gluten-free. It's a female-founded, female-run and female-owned company, and it's PETA certified as well. I will say that for those of you who are old, like me, just kidding, I'm so youthful. For those of you that remember ModelCo, in fact, ModelCo Beauty I think is still around. They went famous, viral for their spray tans in a can. And this is owned by the same people, so it's a brand of theirs. So let's dive into the actual products. I am wearing a lot of MCo Beauty on my face today, as well as this stunning eyeshadow palette, which there should be a video up on this already before this one comes out. Okay, let's dive in. First of all, we have got a face primer from MCo Beauty. This is the Skin Perfect Pore Minimiser. Now this one comes out in like a little weird kind of snaky formula. It's quite, oh, I've got Billy Bowie girl hair everywhere because I was just snuggling my cavoodle. So it's a skin tone, and it comes out in little worms, and it's an interesting consistency, a little bit powdery feeling once you rub it in. And I do agree that it does help blur the pores. I definitely do agree with that. I actually quite enjoyed it when I first bought this, just using it through my T-zone. But lately, I've got to say, I have been using the LYS Secure Skin Primer, and I've been actually loving that. I think it's just the consistency of this one that isn't my favorite. I like something a little bit more hydrating, like the LYS. But for those of you that have particularly oily skin and you don't mind that kind of powdery, silicone almost feeling, then I think, you know, this one could be good for you. And as I said, it does help with the pores. Then I have a couple of concealers in front of me. I've got the Luminous Highlighter pen. This, I guess, is supposed to be luminous. I don't know that I think it is luminous. I don't know. I've not ever noticed a particular level of luminosity from it. I think it feels nice. And that is, I guess it looks a tiny bit luminous on my hand. But when it's on my eye, I don't feel particularly luminous. But I think that's a good thing, because you don't want to be too glowy under your eye. I think this is a nice concealer. It's quite a thin consistency. It's not my favorite. It's not the one I use all the time, just because I like something a little bit, it's with a little bit more coverage. So this one is quite sheer. It does feel nice though. Now this product here is my holy grail concealer ever since I switched from, well, I used to use the Cassas Revealer Concealer, which is an amazing concealer. I still love it, but it's very expensive. Now I have switched over to the, oh, why is my hand so dirty? It's like Billy's been chewing on it. That's gross. Oh, it's because I just made a Happy Whey protein shake. That's why Billy hasn't been chewing on my hand. I was like, what is that? Anyway, mystery solved. Okay, so I mean, I love dogs, but I don't want to be like covered in their grossness. This is the Instant Concealer Camouflage and Contour from MCo Beauty, and I bloody love this concealer. It has also become my mum's favorite concealer. It is so creamy, it has great coverage, but it never looks cakey around the eye. I love this because I use it for bloody everything, and if I can find a product that I can use under the eye and on the face, I am stoked. This I use here, and often I will just wear a tinted moisturizer, tinted sunscreen, and I will use this just for a little extra coverage where I need it, and it works beautifully and my skin looks amazing. I cannot recommend the MCo Beauty Instant Concealer any higher. I think it is a fabulous product. Like I said, this has become my holy grail concealer, and I have it in 2 shades, so I'm just going to show you what they are. So I've got the Ivory, which is good when I'm a little bit paler. You're like, but you look pale now. Yeah, I know. But believe it or not, this is me looking a little bit tan. So that is the Ivory shade right there. So it's a little bit of a pinky beige undertone. And then the color that I've been using the bejesus out of is Light. And I love Light because if I want to use the Ivory under my eyes, I'm still needing to go a bit like deeper on my face, but this Light shade I just use for everything. So that's the Light, and it's also a bit less pink, so it suits my undertone nicely. So yeah, that is the concealer. It just, oh my God, it's just so beautiful and creamy and delicious. It is beautiful, and look at that, it doesn't even look cakey. It's just, I love it. Such a good concealer. Get your hands on it if you can, and at least give it a go. I would say, you know, it's a beautiful concealer. Next up, I've got 2 of the MCo Beauty Flawless Glow stuff. Liquid cream. Multitasking formula, illuminates, smooths, and blurs skin, radiant glowing finish. You can wear it alone, underneath, mixed with or over foundation. Now, these, isn't it funny how similar they look to the Charlotte Tilbury, what is it? I always forget the bloody name of it. Hollywood Filter? Something like that. You know what I'm talking about. The Charlotte Tilbury one that like everyone loves, and it's super glowy. The consistency is not like that. So I have the shade medium and I have the shade light. So light comes on this big fat doe foot here. It's very pretty, pearly finish. That one's a little, let's say slightly pinky. And it looks very, very natural. It's a thicker consistency than the Charlotte Tilbury. It does look very pretty on the skin. I do like it. I think it's a really nice product. Then I've also got the shade medium. These colors are very light. So this is the medium. And it's still light. Yeah, so these colors, these shades do tend to run quite light, but it does give you a really beautiful glow finish. And I do enjoy using those. My favorite way to use those is actually to mix them with the foundation, which is what I have done today. I am wearing the MCo Beauty Ultra Stay Flawless Foundation. The shade is Natural Beige, which is actually a tiny bit too dark for me, but I mix it with this because this is a matte foundation, and so I prefer a really dewy foundation, generally speaking. But what I love about, you're like, why don't you just wear a dewy foundation? Well, what I love about this is if I just mix it with either this or my e.l.f. Halo Glow this stays on so well. It has such good staying power, which, you know, it should do because it's called Ultra Stay. Can't be lying in the label. And it does, it stays on really well, especially through my T-zone where a lot of things wear off. And so I really enjoy the mix of these two products together, and I think it creates a really, really nice base, which is exactly what I have on today. Then I also have another foundation from MCo Beauty that I really like, and it's called the Miracle Hydraglow foundation. This one is definitely less coverage. It is sort of a light to medium coverage, and although it is an oil-free foundation, it does give you a really nice glowy finish. Not an over-the-top glowy finish, it's just more of a light radiance, and I think it's really lovely on the skin. I really like this foundation, and I have the same shade, Natural Beige, but I would say that the Natural Beige in this foundation is lighter than the Natural Beige in the Ultra Stay foundation. So just keep that in mind if you are planning on picking one of these up. But this is a really lovely, lovely foundation. Comes with a little pump. And if you want extra dewiness, look how natural that looks. If you want extra dewiness, then you could either mix it or layer one of these underneath. And yeah, it's a really nice foundation, that one. I like that for everyday wear. And I like wearing this one when I need it to stay on. And I just want a little bit more glam, so like slightly more coverage. Now, I did pick up the Superglow bronzing drops. I only picked them up like 2 days ago. I think this is a newer product, and I honestly haven't really played with them enough to give you an opinion, but I can certainly show you what they look like. So it's really pigmented. This reminds me a little bit of the Hauschka bronzing product that they have, although this isn't as thick as that, but it does have more pigment than the Pie Impossible Glow bronzing drops. So yeah, it will actually give you pigment and give you bronze. Looks really nice over the radiant luminizers that I have on my hand already. So I'm definitely keen to play with that a little bit more. The consistency is really nice. I'm not sure if it has any like skin loving ingredients in it. Highly concentrated formula is designed to be mixed with your favorite skincare products for a natural golden glow. Shake well to activate formula. Oh, infused with antioxidants, cocoa extract, and hyaluronic acid. I thought it might be. It feels really nice on the hand. That actually looks really beautiful. So I'm excited to use this a little more. I'm gonna try mixing that. Even I might mix it with my Hydraglow foundation, just to give it that tiny little extra bronziness and just see how that plays out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, but I can tell you it looks really pretty and it feels really nice. So yeah, now moving on to the Invisible Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. I have this in 2 different shades. This is the Natural Beige. I also have the Translucent, which I have to say isn't. It gives me a white cast when I wear it through my T-zone. So if you are my color or any deeper, then it's not really gonna be appropriate for you. I wish they had more shades in this powder, because this even is right now with my skin tone as it is too fair for my skin. And I really did like using it when I first got it, but I've kind of fallen out of love with it a bit. It definitely does. I do think it mattifies, but I don't know if it's finely milled enough for me. There's something that it's not sitting the way that I would like it on my T-zone. And so instead I've been going in with my Kiko Milano powder through my T-zone just to, I don't know, it just sits better on me. And the thing is that your skin changes all the time, your texture changes, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, products you might pick up one day and be like, oh, not loving it. And then pick it up 3 months later and be like, oh my God, this is the best. Why did I stop using it? It's just how it goes. But for me, not my favorite powder. Then we have the brow products. So I have the Magic Brows in medium dark. If you want hold, this isn't for you, because it doesn't hold your brows, it just colors them. I like that the brush is small, but I don't love this shade. It has kind of a it has a kind of a grayness to it, the medium dark shade. Look, you can kind of see that in the camera actually. Yeah, I don't like the color. I would much prefer if they had a richer brown with some warm undertones, or even just neutral. This is very cool leaning. So I really don't like the color of this. If you're someone with kind of really cool brown hair, then it might work for you, but it really does not work for me. Like I said, I like the small brush. I like that in a brow product, but I also prefer to have a brow product that will stick my lashes in place because they can be a bit unruly. So for me, it's not my favorite, but if you're someone who doesn't want your brows stuck and that color can work for you, then there's nothing wrong with it. Now, I have also picked up this is the Clear Brow Gel, and I'm wearing it today. And let me just say that if you're someone who, oh God, this hair, what is happening? It's so unruly, just like my eyebrows. If you're someone who doesn't need a lot of oomph from your clear brow gel, you just sort of run it through just to kind of neaten things up a bit, then you'll be fine. But for me, this is not enough. I need something with super hold because I have a couple of brow hairs here that just want to point straight down, and they are still able to migrate down when I'm wearing this gel. Probably the best clear gel I've used is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter gel. That one seems to be the one that keeps my brows in place. Also there's an e.l.f. like a clear round disc one that you have to sort of brush through, but that one laminates, doesn't let my brows move. This one, unfortunately, my brows do still migrate, so it's not super hold. So just be aware of that if you have really unruly eyebrows, because it's not going to do the job for you. It's not going to stick them. I have this winged eyeliner as well from MCo Beauty. I don't even know if they're still selling this, but I will say the liquid liner is good, and it has this flick on the end. So it's great if you're someone who's not good at doing flicks. However, if you have smaller eyes, the size of this flick is ridiculous on me. It looks so stupid because it's just too big for my eye shape. But if you have larger eyes and you struggle to do a flick, then this is actually really cool, because I did enjoy playing with it. You get a flick in like 0.2 seconds. So I do think it's actually a good product. But for someone with a smaller eye shape like myself, the flick is just, it's ridiculous. That's how I feel about that. Throwing it away. The flick size is just ridiculous. So if you have larger eyes, I think it's a good product. All right, next up we have one of my favorite products from this line, and that is the Instant Contour Cream Bronzer. I use the shade Light Medium. I really, really like this product. I used it a lot while I was overseas, and it's the same, you know, the old poof situation. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Anyway, so you just dot it on, and then I like to blend it out with a brush, but for the purpose of the video, just use my fingers. It's good. It has pigment. It's a nice blend of liquidy, but not too liquidy, and it gives you time to blend it out. I will say, just make sure that you do blend it properly, because every now and then if you don't, you'll see kind of faint dots from the shape of the cushion head. But this is a fabulous, fabulous product. It's not radiant, it's not matte. It's just a beautiful natural finish on the skin, and it's what I'm wearing as a bronzer today. Highly, highly, highly recommend this product. I love it. I'm just going to change the battery of my camera before it cuts me out mid-sent. I'll be right back. Okay, so moving into these bad boys. These are the Highlight and Glow Beauty ones. I have got 4 of them. I don't have any of the highlight shades because I just didn't really need them. So the colors I have here are Pink Glow. And you know the deal, like this is the same kind of, I guess, you know, all the brands have these now, the poofy blush slash highlight ones. So that is Pink Glow, which is very pretty. It's quite fair, so for me, it kind of is more of a highlighter than a blush. And anyone my skin color or deeper. I've also got Peach Glow. And once again, it's a fair peach there, so more of a highlighter for me. Then I have the Bronze Glow. No, run out of hand space. Now this one actually has pigment depth. Yeah, it has depth. So that is the Bronze Glow. It's very pretty. Very pretty. And then a new one to my collection, which is the one I'm wearing today, I might actually add a little bit more because I put it on ages ago, is Blush Glow. This one, I don't know if it's new, but I hadn't seen it at my shop before. My shop. The place where I shop. This is much brighter. Much brighter. So better for like medium to deeper skin tones. So that's the 4 of them. So that's the Blush Glow, Pink Glow, Peach Glow, Bronze Glow. These are pretty, they have a nice finish. They're not dupes for Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think anything is. There's a reason why the Charlotte Tilbury ones still sell so well, even though they're so expensive. Because there's something very magical about that Charlotte Tilbury formula. It's so thin and light and liquidy, but it has such a beautiful radiance and it sort of just blends into the skin. It kind of sinks into the skin. I would say these sit more on top of the skin, but they still look very pretty, and it's completely up to you whether the difference is enough to make you want to spend heaps of extra money to get the Charlotte Tilbury ones, or you're happy with the look that these provide, which is a really pretty look. So this is such a personal preference thing. You have enough time to work with them, to blend them in. I'm gonna put a little bit, oh, I forgot my brushes. I'm gonna put a little bit more on. To be honest, I actually prefer to use my fingers to blend these. I feel like it's harder to blend these with a brush because it is a bit of a drier formula. So yeah, so that is the Blush Glow, and it's very pretty, that shade. I do really like it. I think it's really nice. And for me, I'm happy to save myself the money by going with this one. And look at it, it's beautiful. It's just a different consistency to the Charlotte Tilbury, and I just don't think that you can say it's a dupe because they're different formulas. So yeah, but I think they're very pretty. As I said, if you have a skin tone that is my skin tone or any deeper, the Pink Glow and the Peach Glow are just going to be pretty much highlights. They're not going to give you cheek color. They're very fair. But if you have my skin color or deeper, then the Blush Glow is really nice, the one I'm wearing today, and the Bronze Glow is really nice as well. Actually, I can sort of show you what I mean a little bit, because I'm just gonna take the Pink Glow, use that up here. I do think that these have more pigment than the Tarte. What are they, blush tapes? Yeah. They look really nice together, those two, actually. Yeah, so my cheeks look beautiful and glowy, and I think that's a really nice product too. So those also for cheeks, and these are supposed to be cheeks and lips. It's the cheek and lip tint. What do you know? These ones I have 4 of. I have the shade Blush Red, Flamingo, Tango, and Rose Glow. These are much more subtle. They don't have any metallicness to them. They're very much just a beautiful glow, subtle glow on the cheeks. If you have oily skin, you might not love these. I have like normal combo skin, but mainly just oily through the T. Everywhere else I'm pretty average, and I think these look very pretty on the skin. And that one there is, yeah, that's Pink Glow. Then we have Blush Red. This is a much deeper color, but because of the consistency, don't be scared. Still really shears out. It's very pretty. Very pretty color. So that's the Blush Red. Very nice and glowy. Looks great on the lips, that one. We have Tango. Really nice, vibrant, orangey coral shade. Once again, I've used a lot of product here. You wouldn't be using this much product on your face. It's really pretty for summer. That's really nice for summer, actually. Oh, I'm gonna have to wheel that one out, actually. But yeah, I would definitely recommend just taking like a touch and then even just putting it on your hand and then onto your face, because otherwise you could end up a little bit over the top. And finally, the other shade I have is Flamingo. I really want to get Dusk, but it's always sold out when I go to get it. Dusk is a very neutral, natural color. So yeah, Flamingo. This is a fun one. Woo, hello. Look at that. Oh yeah. So basically just a deeper version of the Tango. Very pretty. So I think those are really nice for a nice soft glow. And also, you know, if you're traveling, you want to travel light, you can take one of these and use it on your cheeks and your lips. It's always a bonus. Should I put one on my lips now? Yeah, why not? All right. I'll put on Pink Glow. Very natural. Because this was one of the fairer ones. But yeah, feels nice on the lips. It's good, I like it. Next up, we have a product that is new to me and I really like. This is excellent. This is the Highlight and Glow Stick in the shade Champagne. And can I just say that this reminds me a lot of my Westman Atelier lit up stick in Parlour. It's beautiful. The glow is really pretty from this, but it's very natural looking. This is a beautiful product. I was really pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do. I think it's stunning. Look at that glow on my cheek. Isn't that beautiful? It's bloody beautiful. And yeah, if you compare this to the cost of a Westman Atelier highlighter, I mean, those ones are clean beauty. So if that's something that's very important to you, then you might want to consider that. But if you're looking for the look and the feel, this is really got a lot in common with that. And I am stoked. I'm loving this. Excellent product. Excellent product. Okay, finally we are onto the lips. Now, this is the Universal Lip Liner and I hate it. But to be fair, I hate it because I hate the color. And I'm sorry, but to me, this is not a universal lip liner at all, because there are a lot of people this is gonna look absolutely vile on, and I am one of them. So this is the shade. If you're someone who loves that like super beigey lip liner, it actually looks really nice on my hand, I'm not gonna lie. On my lips, I look like a friggin' corpse when I put this on. I look like I'm about to be like thrown into a refrigerator and then moved on for the old ash burning ceremony. It is just, it's not, I don't know how you can call anything that's not clear a universal lip liner. This is not universal. However, if this is a shade that appeals to you, it's a good lip liner. And I really like that it has the pencil sharpener in the lid. I think that's so cool, so innovative. So you like always have it with you. I think that's genius, actually. Well done, MCo Beauty, bloody genius. I just wish they would bring out more colors in this. If they brought out a bunch of different colors in this lip liner, I would happily purchase them. Because it's creamy, it's nice, it applies well. I just hate the color and the fact that it's called Universal when it's really not. So yeah, but the quality is good. So if that color appeals to you, then go for it. Finally, I have got the lip gloss that I was wearing throughout this video. This is the Pout Gloss. Now, this is supposed to, I believe, hang on, I've got the little thing here. It's supposed to deliver a fuller pout, offers instant shine, and be a long wearing gloss. All right, what do I think about that? I think it's relatively long lasting. I agree with that. Obviously, when you eat and drink, it's going to go away because it's not sticky, and that's the trade-off. I think it feels really nice on the lips. I do think it makes your lips look nice and full. It isn't, however, don't get that twisted, because it's not a plumping lip gloss. It just makes your lips look fuller because of the like mirror aspect of it. It makes them look really wet and glossy. However, I don't know if I'd repeat purchase this. I do like it. It feels really nice. It looks nice, but I'm someone who likes to have pigment in my lip gloss. I love a gloss that actually has some pigment to it, and these really don't. They're very, very sheer. So if you're a sheer lip gloss person, then I actually think this is a great product for you. I do recommend it. It feels really nice on the lips. It does feel like smoothing and hydrating. So that's the pink shade that I have. It's called Fairy Floss. And there is another one that's more of, I think, a beigey, peachy color. Yeah, I think it's really a really nice lip gloss. You know? If you just want a nice sheer lip gloss that feels nice, isn't sticky, and makes your lips look luscious, then I think this is great. If you wanted something with pigment, this isn't it. So it just depends on what you're after in a lip gloss, but I really like wearing this with other products. Normally, of course, I would put the lip gloss on over the top, but just for example's sake, I think that looks really nice with this particular lipstick, which is my Karen Murrell lipstick in Violet Mousse, one of my favorite shades. I think it looks really nice paired with that. So yeah, I do. I like the lip gloss. I think it's nice. And finally, I've got like two kind of accessory products. I have the Hair and Brow Magic Wand. Now this is obviously you're supposed to be able to use it on your eyebrows and your hair. I do like it for like sticking down little flyaways, and I do think it has more hold in my eyebrows than the clear brow gel, but I will say that if you use too much of it, you do get those little white flakes, you know, the little white flakes, so you need to go sparingly. But I do think this is a handy product, and I did take it away with me for traveling because I thought it was quite useful. And finally, I have the MCo Beauty pencil sharpener. I know it doesn't sound very exciting, but I love this sharpener. I've lost the top of it, so I always lose the top of sharpeners, so I just use it to sharpen into a bin. But yeah, I definitely think this is an excellent sharpener. It doesn't eat my pencils. It's got the two sizes there, which is great, and it sharpens them to a really nice fine point. So if you're gonna buy a pencil sharpener, don't spend 30 bucks on some seriously fancy one. Just buy the MCo Beauty one because it's really good. And that is everything that I wanted to talk about today. It's everything I have in front of me. I did have another of the MCo Beauty concealers, and I do have the tinted, there's like a tinted face serum that I have somewhere too, which is really nice, but I might have lent it to my mum. Anyway, that's a really nice product if you don't want coverage. It's just it's just a face tinted serum, as it says. That's a very nice product. And I also had another of the concealers, which was the one that you kind of wind up. And I found that to be nice as well, but I prefer the other two. And as I said, this is my holy grail concealer. So yeah, I hope that was interesting and hopefully helpful for you. I think MCo Beauty, I think we needed it. I think we needed this in our market, and I think it's really cool that it's an Australian brand and that it's doing so well. I love to see it. So if you have any questions, hit me up and I will be back with you very soon. Please subscribe before you leave and give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear from you. I love your comments. What are your favorite MCo Beauty products? Thanks for being here. I'll see you again soon. Bye.